So, more video. Got picked up by more soldiers. Doing really well thus far. Aside from losing or having my Kindle stolen, whichever one it was. It's been it's been a pretty good streak. They've driven me all the way to essentially the junction where trees finally appear. And there's a bit more life. It's not as cold. It's getting warm. And this is the start, I guess, of the real Wakhan. And those are the guys that gave me a lift. They just dropped all the soldiers off. Literally, that tiny little Toyota pickup had like 12 guys in the back. Me squeezed in with 3 at the back seat, and then 3 officers in the front. Absolutely mad. But I have to say, I'm content walking. Like, it doesn't really bother me. I anticipate that I'll probably get picked up at least once a day in these areas. Thus far, I've been picked up twice by the military, and we haven't seen again any other cars going our direction. There's been a fair few doing the Wakhan, all of whom are tourists, clearly, judging by the vehicles, in reverse. So they start in Dushanbe, they take the south side, skirting the Afghan border, and then they just loop back to Dushanbe. Most of them, that's what I imagine they're doing anyway. But in reverse, people coming from Kyrgyzstan hasn't seemed to be any traffic. So I'm quite lucky getting basically escorts with all these military convoys, or getting escorted by these military convoys. It's pretty cool. But it's fucking cool. I didn't really see anything between the last video and this point that was uber spectacular. There were a few nice points when I was picked up for a few Ks by the guy with the puppy. But the rest was pretty high altitude, and there was slight snow. It wasn't. It was quite dark, and it wasn't like super spectacular as far as I'm concerned. I've seen such places before, so it wasn't really like new or novel to me. But this is very nice. Like, actually, I didn't get a shot of it, but when you approach this valley, essentially bang in the middle of the camera lens now, behind that central telegraph pole, there's a huge gorge, an absolutely vast monstrosity of a gorge. And then that gorge kind of continues on for like 20 Ks back from the way we came, and then its ceasing has created this sort of valley. The first time we've seen any trees whatsoever, farm animals, and an actual kind of village. So from this point on, there should be loads and loads of very scenic villages, fortresses, petroglyphs, just pretty much everything, which is why we tourists kind of gravitate to this area. So now it's basically home run all the way to Dushanbe, really. Pretty solid start. I took out exactly £300 worth in cash. Can't remember how much Somoni that is. It's about, I think it's like 3,900 Somoni approximately. And I have spent 85. Oh no, sorry, 85. 35 for food when I arrived on the 1st of October. Then I camped that night. Next day, got up at 12:30. Got the only vehicle on the road, which cost me 50 Somoni, and that was like 5-6 hour drive to the junction for the Southern Pass. They also may have stolen my Kindle. And then I got picked up by a guy after 45 minutes walking, the guy with the sheepdoggy puppy thing. He drove me like, I don't know, 40 Ks or something, or for 40 minutes, maybe 20 Ks, and walked for another hour and a half, and then got picked up by these soldiers. And now we're in this valley. I hope, as there's a few settlements about, there should be a car or more too. A car or more too. That doesn't make sense. A car or more. I'm lost. I need some more food. Brain dead. But anyway, should be a few more cars.